Joe Swanson. Ever stop mid-smile and think, man, imagine actually being me? Sure, watching your life from a distance is painful, but living it, that's a whole different level of hell. A non-stop parade of rejection, betrayal, and soul-crushing disappointment. In fact, being born as Joe Swanson might be the cruelest joke Quahog ever told. Why?
Joe, my God, what happened?
It just ran over me, you bastard! I don't know where you got that thing, but I'm impounding it!
Look at you. You look like a half-empty toothpaste.
Because from the very start, you weren't just unlucky, you were unwanted, even by your own father. We're talking parental rejection so deep it rewired your self-worth. A marriage held together with lies, boredom, and one-sided love. Depression so brutal, you tried to end it more than once. Revenge so hollow, it breaks you even more. This isn't just a story about a guy in a wheelchair. This is about a man who keeps trying to love, to lead, to survive, and gets crushed every time. This isn't some heartwarming tale of courage and strength. This is why it sucks being born as Joe Swanson.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I'm sorry, I'm leaving!
So, where does all this pain begin? Not with Bonnie, not with the job. It starts with the first man who ever made you feel like you weren't enough, your father. This is where it all begins. The slow, brutal shaping of a man who learns to survive by pretending not to exist. Most people have complicated parents. You had a father who hated what you became, Francis Swanson, a man who spent your entire childhood mocking the disabled.
Oh, this'll be fun. Let's see how long it takes them to get Gumby over there into the car.
Unaware that his own son would one day need a wheelchair just to get out of bed. But here's where it gets truly heartbreaking. Living that shame as an adult, you finally get a chance to reconnect with your father. And what do? You hand your entire identity over to Peter Griffin. Let me repeat, Peter Griffin. Yes, you let him play you. Think about that for a second. You're a decorated police officer, a man who's overcome incredible obstacles, and you're so ashamed of who you are that you let the town idiot take over your life.
I'm not sure which one to cut here. The red one or the blue one?
Okay, just relax. Let's see. First, why don't you attach that green one to that purple one?
Okay, here goes.
Why? Because deep down, you believed your father could only love you if you weren't you. And the heartbreaking part, it works. Your dad lights up, he laughs, he connects, he bonds with Peter, believing it's his son. Not because Peter is great, but because he isn't in a wheelchair. Now, imagine this. You're sitting in the next room, hearing the fatherly love you've chased your whole life. But it's being given to someone else, someone wearing your name, living your life, getting your father's love. But later, your father finds out the truth. There's no understanding. No breakthrough moment. Just that same soul-destroying look of disappointment.
Joe, you gotta go inside. You're upsetting my dad.
Your dad?
That's right. He loves me in a way that...
Screw you, Peter. You know what? This is over.
Whoa. Not a chance. I like your house better. I got nothing to hold on to when I poop at home. You have no idea how many shower curtains I've ripped down.
Get away from me, you son of a...
What the hell?
Joe, don't take that from him.
How do you like that? You're getting your ass kicked by a cripple! A helpless, spaghetti-legged cripple!
What are you doing? You're my son. You can't let yourself get beat up by a guy in a wheelchair.
Your son is a guy in a wheelchair.
He finally admits he was cruel because he was scared. But Joe, that doesn't erase the scars. That doesn't undo a lifetime of feeling like love has to be earned through denial, deception, and shame. That shame becomes the lens you view the world through. Your father's fear became your shame. And that shame, it's going to poison every relationship you ever have. It follows you into your marriage. Because when the first man who was supposed to love you made you feel worthless, you start to believe that's what love feels like. So speaking of poisoned relationships, let's talk about your marriage. You come home after making national news with a successful police bust. You're proud, you're lit up. You want to share that high with the woman you love. And Bonnie, she barely looks up.
Hey, Bonnie, I made a major drug bust today, the biggest one the force has ever seen.
That's great, Joe.
This isn't just neglect, this is emotional starvation. Strangers treat you like a hero. Your own wife treats you like an afterthought. And then someone notices you. Nora. She sees the strength, the service, the man. For the first time in years, you feel seen, respected, wanted. Something every man desires, but something your wife never gave you. And for a fleeting second, you want to feel human again, so you kiss her.
Well, you did some great work today. And I mean regular person great, not just wheelchair person great.
Yeah, I guess.
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about that. Someone should have come tonight, but they didn't. That's nothing.
That's good. Hey, Officer Swanson?
Yeah.
You know how they say never meet your heroes? Well, they don't say anything about kissing them.
Whoa!
But here's the punchline of your life, Joe. Even when you try to just let go, your disability reminds you of your limitations. You can't even cheat right. Your body betrays you at the moment you're trying to reclaim your masculinity. You wanted to feel powerful, desirable, free. Instead, you feel broken again, humiliated, trapped. And then comes the final twist. You confess, hoping Bonnie will meet you halfway.
Excuse me. Hello.
Joe?
Bonnie?
Oh, I meant to call someone else.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how is everything?
That maybe, just maybe. She cheated too in the past, but she never actually cheated. Turns out, you're the only one who crossed the line. You're the one who lost control.
I want you.
I want you too.
Come on. I have a little place we can go to.
You threw away your moral high ground, integrity, and self-respect, all based on a misunderstanding. You went from victim to villain in your own marriage story. And the reconciliation? You end up recreating how you met, when Bonnie was a stripper and you were a customer. Even your romantic origin story is transactional, when you were just another customer and she was paid to pretend. You've always been paying for Bonnie's attention, one way or another, with money, with guilt, with your dignity, and not once has she ever truly loved you for who you are. So now you've hit the marital wall. Love feels conditional. Trust is broken. And instead of healing, you do what you've always done, Joe. You swallow the pain until one day you can't anymore. And that's when everything finally snaps. This is it. The moment where everything crumbles. Peter Griffin, your friend, your clown of a neighbor, gets honored with the key to the city. Why? Because he accidentally finds a missing child. Meanwhile, you've spent 2 decades saving lives, protecting the streets, putting your body, your soul, your dignity on the line. 20 years of real police work. And your reward? One sarcastic slow clap from a guy who was mocking you. This isn't just disappointment, it's identity collapse. You quit your job. You walk away from your family. You abandon everything that ever made you feel like a man.
Hey, Chief, it's Swanson. I quit. See you tomorrow.
Joe, what are you doing? You can't quit your job.
Well, that's the other thing, Bonnie. You and I are done too.
What?
I'm leaving you.
At first, it looks like freedom. You're road tripping, partying, crashing college raves like you're in a 90s movie. But that's not joy, is it? That's noise, a distraction, because you're not running towards freedom. You're running toward death. And the truth is, you want to end it. You wheel yourself to the edge of Niagara Falls because you think this is it. This is the escape. But even death rejects you. You get snagged on a branch like fate itself is mocking you. So you try again.
Hey, where's Joe?
Joe, wait!
Because the only thing worse than feeling worthless is being reminded you're still here. And when even that attempt fails, you look at your friends and say the most defeated thing possible.
I stink at this.
But here's the cruelest irony of your entire existence. You only feel valuable again when you're risking your life for other people. You save your friends. You dangle over the abyss. You pull them back from the brink. Your heroism has to be literally life or death before anyone acknowledges your worth. You have to dangle over the same falls you tried to die in just to get applause. That's what it takes for you to feel like a hero. That's what it takes to feel like a man. But even in your moment of triumph, you don't choose therapy. You don't rebuild your life. No, you plan a staged assault on Bonnie to scare her back into loving you.
And what about Bonnie? How you getting her back?
Well, I got a plan for that. I hired some guys to come to the house on Tuesday and assault her. And I'll come in and save her. and she'll be so grateful she'll have to take me back.
Your recovery isn't real healing. It's just another desperate attempt to feel like a man through control and aggression. The cycle continues, so you risked everything: your job, your family, your life. You nearly died just to feel alive again. And what did you learn, Joe? That heroism fades fast, that applause is temporary, and that pain, it lingers. But there's still one thing left, one ghost that's been haunting you since the day your life changed forever. Finally, a name: Bobby Briggs, the man who took everything from you, who pulled the trigger and left you in that chair.
Easy, Briggs. You kill a cop, they'll put you away forever.
Then get ready to spend the rest of your life as a lame gimp with an annoying voiced wife.
He'd met Bonnie.
He's been caught. And for the first time in years, Joe, you feel something close to hope. Not happiness, not joy. Real, genuine hope that justice might actually exist. And then he escapes.
Briggs reportedly escaped during a prison open house, an event that will most likely be canceled in the future.
Of course he does. Because in your life, even justice runs away from you. So you do what you've always done. You take matters into your own hands. You track him down. You push your broken body further than it's gone in years. You, Peter, and Quagmire, tracking the man who destroyed your life. And when you finally corner him at the border, you get your moment. He's on the ground, unarmed, helpless. You don't want to kill him. You want him to understand, to live what you've lived. So you aim for the spine. You try to make him feel what you feel every single day. But fate has other plans. Your shot hits an artery. Bobby is gone in seconds. No closure, no confrontation, just death and silence. That was supposed to be your moment, your release. But in that moment, you realize the horrible truth. Revenge isn't satisfaction, it's emptiness. You thought killing the man who ruined your life would fix something inside you, but it doesn't. You're just the guy who added more to his trauma. You go back to the same house, the same marriage, the same unspoken resentment. Only now, you've got blood on your hands, and nothing to show for it. You didn't reclaim your life. You didn't get justice. Nothing is resolved. This cycle of nothing getting anything out of life, it's not just part of your life, it is your life. Joe Swanson, a man so overlooked, even the YouTube algorithm forgets he exists. But you can change that. Hit subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, Joe gets one win today.